Benign prostatic hyperplasia, also known as prostate enlargement, is an ailment that men suffer from, and its prevalence is so high in Nigeria that we have 23.7% of men suffering from benign prostatic hyperplasia. Now, when we say 23.7%, that means 237 men out of 1,000 men suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia. With the high rates of its prevalence among men in Nigeria, we deem it fit on African complementary and alternative medicine to talk about it and to find herbal preventive and curative measures to this ailment. I am Oluwaseun Oyebade, and I welcome you to another edition of Africa. To shed more light on how we can use herbs as preventive and curative measures in the treatment of benign prostatic hyperplasia, I have with me here on set Dr. Ibrahim Lawal, the Health Department of Biomedicinal Research Institute here in Frame. Well, looking at benign prostatic hyperplasia, let us look at the clinical aspects of benign prostatic hyperplasia. If we were to talk about it, how can we just sum it up? How can we describe it? What is the experience like in men?
The prostate enlargement or benign prostatic hyperplasia, usually called the prostate enlargement. It is common among men that is above age of 40 years, and this can easily be described as a way the way God designed it. It's the same passage that we're having a kind of a sperm, that is the same area we're having the passage for urine. And in that area there is around our urethra, if there is a weakness or a kind of enlargement around that area, it can affect the passage of the urine, which can actually affect the urethra of any man that is above the age of 40 years. And that is when you now say that, okay, this thing, you are having a kind of the enlargement, the prostate enlargement. Though when there is a test for you to actually identify whether your prostate has been enlarged, or you are you are within the normal limit. It is they call it PSA. When you go and check your PSA and it is above a normal percentage, then they can advise in the hospital. But when you're looking at it in a herbal way, there are some ways that you can able to prevent it, and there is also a way that it can be cured if someone is suffering from a prostate enlargement.
I wanted to say that before, because times without number, it has been said that in Africa, 80% of medicines, they come from herbs, and people believe in herbs more than the synthetic drugs that we have in markets. Now, when it comes to the herbal form, why is it that we are not exploring the herbal side? Why do we still have a lot of men that are battling these ailments?
Yeah, even in the Bible, it was stated that my people perished because of the lack of knowledge. All these things usually boils down to the fact that we are moving away from the use of herbal medication for a period of time to another for orthodox medicine. Yeah, in herbal medicine, we look at the ailment homeopathically. That is, we check the ailment right from the root. We check it from the root cause. And by the time you look at the root cause, it's not that we're not treating the symptoms in herbal medicine. With that, I think if you have a knowledge of how you can able to combine the herbal medication to treat yourself, we should have a lesser percentage of the prostate enlargement in the country. As rightly said, that there 23.7% of the populace are suffering from the prostate enlargement. Yes, but at the same time, this prostate enlargement, as it is in the country, it can easily be prevented and can easily be cured using herbal medication.
Now let us go into the herbs that we have. I know people watching us presently might want to say they want to combine, okay, this is high time we put this together. But I will say that whatsoever we are saying, there is still uh, a kind of expert to put it all together, but we are just exploring the herbs that we have that we can actually make use of. Not for our viewers to start saying, okay, we can put this together with that proper knowledge. So, what are the herbs that we can use when it comes to benign prostatic hyperplasia?
Yeah, the major thing which we have a lot of research on it presently, it's the number one herbs that we can able to lay our hands on. It's called Masularia acuminata. In Yoruba, it is called Pako Ijebu. And this Masularia acuminata, it has been tested during with a series of research that was carried out even in the forest research in of Nigeria that shows that it can able to reduce the effect of the prostate enlargement. And also it means you can just get the root of the plant, then you chew it because it can also work for the dental caries.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you chew it and you're chewing regularly, as a chewing stick, it also reduces the level of PSA, the amount of PSA for the prostate enlargement. And also, the combination of the leaf and the root pulled together, boiled for a period of 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, it can also help. And another plant that can be used for that, it is Agemo mexicana, which usually called lion's claw. That is in English, but in Yoruba it is called ahon ekun. Then ahon ekun, then with Lonia taraxaxifolia, which they usually call uh, in Yoruba it is called efoyanrin. It is commonly called efoyanrin in Yoruba. I think the combination of the two, it usually help, and it can be extracted with the lime, which is an alkaline based thing to extract it. And when you have that and you are taking it with a 10 meals in the morning, 10 meals at night, which is the 20 meals daily for those people that is suffering from it, I think this one can also help to prevent for those people that has it, it can able to ameliorate it. And for those people that is not yet to have it, it can prevent it. So with this, we can able to know that, or we can able to live, live fine as in health wise by the time we're taking all that. And also, we can also take some basic um, vegetables
Mm.
that you combine the Basilia haba, which is they usually call it egun origono in Yoruba, and amunu tutu, call it amunu tutu. And also you can also combine that amunu tutu with yori, which is Lonia taraxaxifolia, and with the another vegetable called ebolo. You know, those three combination as a vegetables would definitely help for those people that is suffering from the prostate enlargement.
Let me start from some of the herbs that you've made mention. You made mention of Masuria accumulata, that is Paco Jebu. Now, that Paco Jebu is like something that our people who wake up, our elderly ones, they wake up in the morning, they use it to, let me say, brush their teeth for dental usage. We've also discussed it on one of the past editions of Africam before. Now, if we take this and we start eating all the vegetables that we are eating, I think they are part of our common diet. Why do we still have people that are still suffering from this? Is there any lifestyle that people need to abstain from before they say that, okay, they say what I'm eating is not even working in my body?
Yeah, I think normally whoever that is above the age of 40, we should engage more in taking vegetables, and we should try to do away from some junks. It means that you need to make sure that you eat more of vegetables. And if you look at the combination of the diet, which is the nutritional aspect of it, it is more of vegetables, apart from the combination of the other herbs. if we can able to indulge, like taking advantage of taking this combination of vegetables and you are eating it properly, I think it will definitely help a lot. And by taking that, it means that people also needs to um, try to the kind of lifestyle you are living. Maybe you have to, if for prostate enlargement is it is so far definitely all men are prone to have it if you are at the age of 40 years and above. So you just have to make sure that you are watching your diet. There are some diet that you need to watch out for, and also you need to take more of vegetables than the every other um, meals that you are taking.
When people say there is a correlation between uh, intercourse between a man and a woman and the prevalence of prostate enlargement in men, is there any correlation between them?
Um, to me, as an expert in phytomedicine, scientifically have not actually ascertained that there is a common phenomenon that I heard about it too, and but I just believe that it's a kind of notion that maybe by the time you are exercising the scrotron and your urethra, maybe that could be the belief. By the time you are exercising it, it could reduce the kind of
The chances
inflammation
of
of the chances of the having a prostate enlargement.
enlargement.
But scientifically, I cannot actually link the science with it. But maybe it's a kind of things that can be observed, and we can able to ascertain what it's actually, because it's a regular saying by so many people, and which we have read in some
As a
places.
phytomedicine expert, an expert in phytomedicine, how well are we going to say? Have we come up with any drug? Have we come up with any concluded medicine or combination of all the herbs that we have that can give direct treatment to prostate enlargement?
Yes, in Biomedicinal Research Center, that is one of our major mandates in the Forest Research Institute of Nigeria. That we need to actually work on different medicinal plants and come up with herbal medication. Yes, we have what we call prostate care. We have what we call prostate care in Biomedicinal Research Center, which is a tea, is an herbal tea that it's packaged, and that people can actually
So there is
have
a
access.
concluded work that
Yes,
people not just okay take this, take that, just have you have
yes,
it in the local
that
market.
you can take as a tea, like a tea. You can be that will definitely
For
work
an
on the process.
untreated prostate enlargement, what may tend to be some of the unpleasant endings for someone that choose or that for someone that has not been paying attention to his prostate
The
enlargement?
prostate enlargement can lead to prostate cancer. So that is anything that is cancerous. It is more dangerous to health because it spread easily, and it can easily lead to um, morbidity or the mortality rate. So, and based on that, we have to, as fast as possible, to quickly provide solution to the effect of the prostate enlargement. And it is better for every man to check a routine check on the state of your the prostate in your body system.
And now, when we look at it, what are some noticeable signs and symptoms of prostate enlargement?
Yeah, the major one is the difficulty in urinating. At times, it means someone who go to the bathroom. It can take maybe like 30 minutes before a drop of urine could just come out, and also at times it could connect to the defecation as well. It could, the person might not defecate for a period of time. That's the reason why in Yoruba, in African traditional medicine, they call it sigbe, sito,
Mm.
that it can seize the urine, it can also seize
Urethra.
the the defecation, the
Defecation.
level of defecation. So those are the major things that you first notice. Aside that, there are other symptoms that might not be visible or might not be quickly be identified with until you go for a medical checkup.
So to ascertain any form or to start before one starts any form of treatment, one needs to ascertain it through medical examination that truly this is the state of the earth as regards prostate enlargement, and this is the quantity or level of that you are having this prostate enlargement. Or is there any other way that one can use for the detection of prostate enlargement?
No, the basic way is just for someone to go to, unless you are just guessing that okay, there are a lot of things that could that the symptoms could link, could look similar to prostate enlargement. But for you to be very sure, you have to go to the diagnostic center to do the test.
Before we bring the program to an end, let us quickly run over the herbs that we've made mention. Masuria acuminata.
Masularia cuminata, or Crasera rubens, which is Ebolo, Lonia taraxazifolia, which is urine. Then I mentioned Rura habra, Rura Bacella haba, or Bacella rubra, which is Amunututu. Amunututu. Then I mentioned those are the basic ones. I mentioned then Hagemon mexicana, which is called lion's claw, but people call it Hanhoeku in Yoruba.
But want to appreciate you, Dr. Ibrahim Lawal, on today's edition of African Complementary and Alternative Medicine, Africam. Dr. Ibrahim Lawal is the head in the Department of Biomedicinal Research Center here in Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria. And we've been able to garner a lot of information that will help us to combat that ailment, prostate enlargement, or popularly known as benign prostatic hyperplasia. Till another edition of African, when we come your way with another guest and an exciting topic again. Do have a wonderful day. I am Oluwaseun Oyebade.